Hello YouTubers, and today is the 27th of September, and I got this. Yeah, actually, this was a local, well, semi-local collection in person, but this is a Sony Mini Hi-Fi, and as you can see, in fact I'll show this side, I've actually taken it apart. And I accidentally turned on the radio, which, you know, is always helpful. But you can see here, I thought, while I've got it apart, yeah, at least taking the casing off, I'll, you know, just show you some of the circuitry. And that's like, it is interesting to sometimes have a look at this stuff. But I was taking it apart mainly to give it a clean, but mainly to adjust the speed of the motor, which is this. And this is the motor for the cassette mechanism. Because basically the cassette mechanism on this was running a tiny bit slowly, just a little tiny bit, but enough that it was noticeable. So basically I adjusted the speed of the motor so it was running at the correct speed. It's pretty common, mainly on boomboxes. Nearly every single boombox I've ever had, I've had to adjust the speed of the motor. I've also had to do it on a Walkman once, mainly this one. But yeah, basically I'll put it back together and then basically everything else is working. But the interesting thing about this Hi-Fi and why I got it, it cost me 35 quid as I said, is that it's got an also reverse cassette deck. But I don't know if it can focus on this. It's hard because it's very reflective. I actually have no idea whether it's actually picking this up. There you go, you can just about see it, and I need to cut my nails, I know. It has a Dolby B noise reduction, so yeah, which is quite rare on like a mini Hi-Fi. Not a lot of them have it, and so that is quite nice. It also has a built-in mini disc player and CD player, and which is one of the reasons I got it, because I would like to get into mini disc. But the good thing about this is, I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I believe this mini Hi-Fi actually allows you to basically, well, I know it allows you to copy CDs to a mini disc, obviously, but I believe this one should also copy the CD text as well, which is good, because the software to do that these days, you can't really run it on a modern PC, so yeah, I guess basically all I would have to do is burn a CD to here and then just copy to the mini disc that way. There's an interesting thing about mini discs though, is that the thing is, if you watch Techmoan's video you would think, oh yeah, they were a big thing in the UK if you watch Techmoan's video, but I don't know, because you know, he said about basically at the height during the late 90s, early 2000s, but that's when I was growing up. And I do not remember minidisc at all. I have no recollection of it. And the thing is, I asked my parents, oh, did you ever have minidiscs? And they got confused. They thought I was talking about CDs. So, no, they never had minidiscs. So yeah, it's a bit weird. I mean, I had a portable CD player growing up, a personal one, so yeah, a bit odd. Not really much else to say. This thing does work. In fact, I'll put a cassette in it, because I would like to show you the actual screen on this, because the screen is actually translucent. It's actually part of the cassette door here. So if we turn it on, and this is an auto-reverse set mechanism. And there's the Dolby noise reduction. And I'll play. That's enough for playing that. If you can tell me, if you know what song that is, then well done. You're in the indie game. But yeah, it's hard to show on camera, but it does light up, and you can see it says tape currently. But yeah, that is an interesting thing. It also, which is nice, comes with a remote. Yeah. Which means I can literally just have this thing sit underneath my desk and just let it play. Oh, it's heavy. It also has, obviously, 2 stereo speakers. They are quite nice. And you can remove the grills, which I think they do look nicer without the grills. However, I will leave the grills on, mainly just to protect them. But yeah, so for £35, pretty good deal. It's basically just a mini hi-fi to just sit under my desk. So yeah, couldn't be happier. Okay, so today is the 2nd of October. And the postman is coming much later now. He's coming at about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is weird because normally he used to come at like 10:30, 11. So yeah, ex-COVID for you. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was someone else, but no, okay. So we have here 2 brand new sealed mini discs, and these cost me just over £5 for both of them posted. It was like £5, some £5.50 posted for 2 of them. One I think I'll just keep sealed, and the other one I'll actually open because I do like to always keep one sealed. But yeah, I have never owned or opened a mini disc before. So made by shot. Why the hell? There's no bloody pull tab, or these things just. Is there no pull tab? Okay. So normal labels to label up your mini discs, and oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. That is an interesting holder, that. So just kind of just a bit of plastic on this side. Slides in like that, and it's an 80-minute disc. So yeah, this will be basically put into my Sony mini hi-fi that has a mini disc machine. And yeah, will I start collecting mini discs? Probably not. I mean, I just wanted it because I've never had it before. Oh, does it open like that? No, okay. But I think the thing with mini discs, why I probably will never collect them really, I just wanted to get this mainly to try it. It's just because, you know, they're just far too similar to CDs. I mean, they are essentially, you know, just miniature CDs, and then they're just playing a digital file. So really, they just don't have the same sort of collectors kind of thing as, say, cassettes or vinyl records have. They just don't have, I don't know. And there's also that thing of, if you've seen Tecmo's video, you remember he says, oh, mini discs were popular in the UK, at least where he was. And it might be true for Manchester, but I don't know about Newcastle, because I remember growing up in the... I mean, I was born in '98, and during the 2000s and that, I never remember seeing mini discs. Never remember seeing them, really, anywhere. Blank CDs and portable CD players and that, yes, but never mini discs. Never. Because when I said to my parents I was getting a mini disc, they thought that said I was talking about a CD, not this. So, yeah, they've never seen or heard a mini disc before. But that is quite nice. That case. This one I'll just keep sealed, just so I've got a sealed one. There we go. Put that over there. Labeling that, and A lot of people don't tend to use the labels, but I do like the purple colour. It is nice and it does sort of pop. Anyway, let's open this packet. So this in here, if I'm assuming what it is, and there's only one thing it really can be, was £19 including delivery. And what you'll soon see is that it is a picture disc. Yep, it's Britney Spears' first album on picture disc. So yeah, I really only got this album for one reason only, and that was to get the the You Drive Me Crazy original mix on vinyl, because I actually have the Stop remix on vinyl, if you remember from one of my other videos. So yeah, this is the picture disc here. But yeah. Thing is though, in the UK and Europe we get picture discs of her albums. In the US they're exclusive to Urban Outfitters, and they don't get picture disc but they get splatter vinyls. And to be honest, I'd rather have the splatter vinyl because they do look a bit nicer and you get the proper artwork on the box. And with the announcement of Britney Spears' Greatest Hits coming out on vinyl, I'm just going to wait for that. So hopefully eventually hit the UK and just buy that and not bother with this, getting the albums, because there's only a few songs I really want. There's the other picture, and this. There we go. So there's the download code. You can get that download code and download this album right now using that, because I don't actually need the download code, because I already have a rip of the CD of this album. But yeah, quite thin, very very thin. This is one of the thinnest picture discs I've ever held. Yeah, the problem with a lot of picture discs is though that a lot of the time, the modern ones at least that I have, a lot of the time they're not very well pressed, unfortunately. Like my Biffy Clyro is a prime example, and also the Lady Gaga Fame Monster as well. There we go. We do get a little bit of artwork, so that's quite nice that we do get that. But yeah, £19 for this, and it was brand new. Or at least it was. Yeah, pretty good price for it, considering the cheapest I've been able to find it brand new anywhere is, I think on Zoom it was £21. So yeah, see, I didn't save a huge amount by getting it off eBay. Yeah, well, it was pretty good. Also, that's actually written on the sleeve, which is interesting. These sleeves though do tend to crack and split, I should say, fairly easily. But yeah, overall, that's it for this bit of the unboxing. I'll see you in stuff, whatever. Onward. Okay, so today is the 5th of October. Oops, that's a bit stiff. There we go. Hang on. I'm going to have to just cut this last little section off screen. There we go. Is this... yeah, it is zoomed out. Okay. Yeah, that's everything that's in that packet, so that is good hunky dory. So, what the fuck is this, you might be saying? So, this is a Scooby-Doo book. And this is a one, I think this came out in the 70s. Let's have a look. Oh, it was 60p originally, see? There we go, Scooby-Doo. My god, that artwork. Let's look at the... Okay, so close, 1983. 1983. But yeah, these drawings just look a bit off model. Oh my god, Scrappy! Of course, well, it's 1983. This is in interesting condition. Just looking at this, it's like, I don't know. It's just a bit weird, these Scooby-Doo books, where they just, something about them just looks, what the fuck? It looks a little bit off, just slightly off character. Ooh, there's a little scuff mark there. Oh my god, Shaggy's hairy legs. But yeah, they're interesting to look back on, but this book, you know, is obviously it's older than me, and it's probably older than most of you watching. Well, the main reason I got this, there's a little note. There's a little note. What does that actually say? Many thanks for buying this. Please leave feedback. Okay. I will, don't worry. Nah, I got this mainly for this cassette. See if we can focus properly on it. So yeah, this is also includes an audiobook, which I'll oh, and it has a Dolby noise reduction as well. I don't know if this cassette originally came in a case or not. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, that is very cheap ferric tape. What I'll do is just take the cassette out of my Wi-Fi. Put it in. And we'll press play, and we'll just wait to have an actual listen. Maybe, if anything.
In this story, when you hear this, turn the page. The ghostly Apache. Mystery Inc. are spending the summer vacation.
My god. I think I'll stop it there. So yeah, it's despite being a UK release of this, I'm assuming, well, yeah, it has to be a UK release. It says 60p on the back. The audiobook is still read by an American, so I'm assuming. So this clearly was released in America at some point, probably around the same time, and they just used the same audio like that. They didn't bother having someone from the UK read it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, and I will actually digitise this, and might put it either on this channel or on my 6 Sec Productions channel. But this cost me £4.70, including postage, which I think is pretty damn good. Yeah. Okay, so it's the 5th of October, still the 5th. I'm trying to get this box in shot. It's not actually that large, it's just the camera is just so bloody close to it. Yeah. What I'm gonna do, try and... Come on, there we go. Pull it apart off camera. Oh! This is... okay, here we are. So this is... I was wondering what this was. You know, I'll put the camera here. And then we'll focus. There we go. So this is Roxanne Wolf from the yet-to-be-released, at the time of recording, new Five Nights at Freddy's game Security Breach. As you can see there. And, yeah, interestingly, I pre-ordered all of them from Zavvi. And currently, only this one has been dispatched. Yet the others are still waiting on an actual release. Yeah, which is weird. All the others are still on technically pre-order, but this one was dispatched, but none of the others are. Not all the others are still on pre-order status. So yeah, a bit weird from that front. Now, if you're an American, then this will be nothing new to you, because they come out in America generally a few months in advance. I think you received these back in August or something like that, but obviously only just showing up now in the UK, which isn't bad, because I remember previously we had to wait nearly a year for some of the stuff there. So yeah, I do actually like the packaging. It is quite nice. Interesting though, I don't like the fact it kind of sits at an angle like that. The old ones, when you put them down, there'd be a little bit at the bottom where it kind of just went like that, but this one sits a little bit forward. Yeah, but you can see, you know, we've got the logo and everything, and there's the other figures in the wave, which I've pre-ordered all of them, so when all of them arrive, I'll just go through them. I don't open my Five Nights at Freddy's figures. Generally, I don't open them, I keep them all sealed, and the only ones I've got loose are doubles that I've got of particular characters, so yeah. But this is incredibly inaccurate to the Roxanne Wolf we actually see in the artwork and the teasers. It just is, it's basically just reusing parts from other figures, essentially, which is what Funko tends to do a lot of the time. And yeah, sometimes they can get away with it, you know, like for example, let me think, reusing basically Bonnie and Freddy are pretty much the same figure with different heads and a different paint job, which is fine because that's how they actually are in the game. So stuff like that is fine, but you know, stuff like this, just like, come on, this is just a bit of laziness. It is nice that it does come with the keyboard, but can you notice some of that is missing this time around compared to all the others? This time around there is no Build-A-Figure. Yeah. Now, depending on how you look at it, some people can look at it as a good thing or a bad thing. Now, you can look at it as now, the way that people look at it is a good thing. Well, for example, in Wave 1, if you only wanted Springtrap, then you'd have to buy all 5 figures in order to get him, or unless you got a loose one on eBay, but that would end up being just about as much. Same with Scrap Baby out of the Pizza Simulator, I think is the most infamous. Out of the Pizza Simulator figures, Scrap Baby was basically the one that everyone wanted, and no one was really bothered about any of the others really that much. But this time they've not doing that. However, you can look at it as a bad thing, as basically you're not getting an extra figure for free. Yep, that's how the economy is right now. No figure for free. So really, there's less of an incentive to really buy all of them. Essentially, I mean, the ones I was most interested in, I mean, obviously, Glamrock Freddy. Even though he's woefully inaccurate, you've got to have a Freddy with every Five Nights at Freddy's game. But Vanny was the most interesting one to me, even though, again, her sculpt is a bit inaccurate, but I'll explain more when I actually get that figure. But yeah, it's just this feels a bit of half-arsery, really. I mean, there are new parts here, like the torso and stuff like that. There are, but generally it's like tweaking bits of the sculpt, generally to make it try and make it fit. And I do know these, you know, are just generally. I mean, this costs £10 on Zavvi, and other stores will have it in for like $12.99. So I know it's not an expensive thing, but you know, it just seems like they just don't put as much effort in as they used to. Yeah. Okay, so today is the 8th of October, and I today bought this from Asda for a tenner. And what this is basically it's a smart bulb, very basic one, not like a Philips Hue or anything like that. This is a what is this? It's a 9-watt bulb, which is apparently equivalent to 60 watts. This one, which is a bit weird, because I've got a 10-watt bulb as my main light in this room, and that's actually equivalent to 100, so it kind of just depends. It's probably powering the smart features of it, but I didn't get this because I wanted a smart bulb that, you know, changes colour, really. What I wanted was a bulb that could actually, an LED bulb that could actually go white, because most LED bulbs have a slight orangey tint to them, a yellowy tint, to make them seem more like traditional incandescent bulbs. But for filming, I've actually, behind me, I can actually show this, I've got a floor lamp literally behind me, so I'm hoping this can actually do the job. So let's open it up. So yeah, there was, for £2 less, you can actually get a much more basic one that is the bulb, and it literally, rather than having an app, it has a remote. But that one was only a 5-watt one, so I thought for £2 extra, I'll just get this one. We'll see how it is in a second. Smart things get started. Essentially just says download the bloody app. Got the bulb itself. And an information card thing. Ooh, that is a larger screw than I thought, actually. So, oh, if it doesn't fit, I'm going to be a bit pissed. And nah, that's not going to fit, is it? That's too thick. I thought that was going to fit, but it won't. Will it? Nah. Nah, that's not going to fit that. That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm a bit pissed off now. Will it fit the one on the top? Oh yes, it'll fit the one on the top. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. So it won't fit the one that extends out, but it will fit the one on the top. There we go. Yeah. So it won't fit the adjustable arm one, but it'll fit the one that goes in the top, which is fine. So what I will do now, first of all I'll turn on Wi-Fi actually. What I'll have to do now is download the app, and I'm hoping it's a bloody free app, because I know on some of these things they want you to bloody pay for it. Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. Some of these things you buy a product and then they charge an additional fee for the bloody app. So yeah, actually, there's the app. There we go. So We'll open that, hopefully. Should open the app. So get on Google Play Store. So it's called TCP Smart, and it is a free application, so hopefully we should be all hunky-dory. I'm hoping. Yeah, this hopefully should help with a bit of lighting, because if I switch on this light, it takes a bit yellowy. Actually, if I switch on that light, it does actually switch it on. So the bulb is essentially in there, and it's flashing. And it's flashing. I'm assuming it's entering the pairing mode, but when you do switch on, it just does act like a normal bulb. But I'm assuming that's pairing mode, or it's looking for a Wi-Fi signal. But what I'll do is I'll set this up and I'll come back. Oh, there we go. So, after a bit of farsing around, I finally got the app set up. So, it does work. It takes a second for it to react, but if I just put it to 0, maybe. It's thinking about it. It literally just, okay, it doesn't want to do it now. Oh, that's clever. It literally did it a second ago. Come on. Why? Why won't you do shit now? You literally just... Oh, now it does it. Now it does it. It should be showing the light itself. So, I press the button to switch it on. Maybe. Yeah, this thing is a bit... It's not Philips Hue, I can tell you that. Oh. Come on, okay, watch. Go press the button. It's just not turning on. So maybe if I... So if I switch on there... I don't know, this app is a bit... It's all a bit weird, doesn't... I can tell why this is a £10 thing. Okay, so I can confirm it's on. So let's try and change the colour. We'll change it to blue. And you can see that it has turned blue. Okay, so the app is a little bit hit and miss, but it does appear to actually be working. At least somewhat. And if I want to, I could hopefully make it pure white. But yeah, I'll have to have a play around with that. But yeah, at least it is technically working, so that is something. Okay, I've just had a quick test with this bulb, and yeah, there's a few issues with it that I have. One, the app is very temperamental. A lot of the time you've got it just doesn't register and loses connection, so you have to keep closing the app and reopening the app, or switch the light off and then switch it back on. So yeah, the app is very temperamental in that regards. However, when it goes into its RGB mode, it is not... What was it? It's not 9 watts equivalent to 60 in RGB mode. It goes very, very dull in that mode, which means I can't have it as a pure white bulb, which means the whole purpose I got this for is pretty much pointless. So essentially I'm just leaving it, you know, as a standard sort of incandescent bulb. So at the end of the day, this thing was practically useless. And I mean, I could switch it back to this one. This is a IKEA bulb that I've had in it since I got it. Though, I'll be honest, this one's pretty much just as bright as the one that's in there, so not really any point. So yeah, kinda pointless, really. I mean, oh no, it's just a bit weird, that. So yeah, that's basically what you pay for when you get a Philips Hue one. Its RGB lighting is pretty much just as bright on LED as bright as it is as a regular, you know, white bulb. Whereas this one, when you go into RGB mode, that isn't the case. So that is unfortunate for that, and I guess that's why this thing is only a tenner. So yeah, not really much else to say on that front. Okay, so today is the 10th of October, and I've got a couple of things here, so first packet. Where is my knife? It's stuck to the actual packet, there's that much bloody sellotape. 1, 2, 3. They've actually stuck them to the packet, okay, 4. I have my bin bag handy, actually. So if I take the sellotape off of all of these, because they're literally getting stuck to bloody everything. Ugh. Ooh, everything's falling. So, I'm also going to clean my hands. Because that packet is being God knows where at the moment. So, I got 4 used mini discs. Now, I wasn't planning on getting any more mini discs, to be honest, but this one will just flat out not work with my machine. In fact, actually, you know what, we'll adjust the focus for it. There we go. So this one, this sharp one that I showed you previously, it could not read the table of contents on the disc, so I just couldn't flat out use it. I took it apart, cleaned the laser, but no. I had a look up online, and basically the advice was to try a, where is it? There was one. A TDK mini disc, because apparently they have a higher success rate and they might still work, so we will try that. Actually, this one's an interesting colour, interesting design. See, Nicholas Feller, etc. Okay, so if not, then there's basically nothing I can really do about this. 2011. So what I'm going to do is switch my machine into mini disc mode and just pop a mini disc in and see if it plays this. And I can't actually see this. Problem is, I can't actually. The screen on my mini disc player, well, on that mini hi-fi, you can't really see it at an angle, unfortunately, but it seems to have read it though.
Radio 3.
So,
7:30, and a very good evening to you. Welcome to this evening's edition of Radio 3 in concert, and tonight we
so someone has recorded Radio 3. Okay, so the TDK ones actually do work. So that is actually quite nice that they do actually work. So yeah, basically, apparently this is a common issue. If your Sony mini disc player stops reading other mini discs, then just switch to TDK or Sony branded ones, because apparently they're the only ones that work. But yeah, I'm interested to hear what's on the others. I'll only be able to obviously play so much, so hopefully there's nothing copyright. So that was a Radio 3, which is from 2011. So let's see if there's anything.
This week's vintage artist, the half-Swedish, half-Russian tenor Nikolai Gedda, in a couple of scenes from Russian opera, the second of them from Rimsky-Korsakov's May Night, a fantasy tale of Ukrainian village life, complete with water nymphs. Gedda here as Levko on the banks of a lake at night in the aria. How quiet, how cool it is here. And then singing of his...
I should probably be showing the mini disc rather than just my shit, shouldn't I?
Peacefully. Not so much a lullaby, in fact, as a passionate love song. First, though, Gedda as the pretender Dmitri in Mussorgsky's Boris Godunov, very upset that his infatuation with the governor's daughter is all part of the crafty Jesuit...
So let's just stop that, and... No.
This week's vintage artist, the half-Swedish, half-Russian tenor...
What buttons
Nikolai
eject?
Gedda.
I can't actually see from here, because I'm looking at it through the camera viewfinder. Yeah, never look... A reminder to myself, never try and look through a camera viewfinder when you're trying to operate something in real life. Okay, what's on this one? Is it going to be more Radio 3 stuff? Dunno. Well, we'll see. Press play. Maybe. It didn't like that one. I don't know why it said. It might have just said blank. So there might not actually be anything on that one, so I don't know. And then this last green one. Again, the problem is I can't see the screen from this angle on it. So we will see. We'll see if anything plays on this. Anything? It might just be saying blank mini disc, I don't know, but oh well. Oh, and it's ejected it, so it might just be that there isn't anything on it. That is a possibility. I've just dropped my knife and I've no idea where it just went. But I know at least that 2 of them work. So, yeah. I think, yeah, all 3 are 80-minute discs, so yeah, and these ones came out at the same time, so of course I'm not going to get into collecting mini discs because it would just be something nice to have anyway. Onto this package here, which has a nice nifty little pull tab. Ah, yes, okay. I thought this was going to be something else, but it isn't. Again, where the fuck is that knife gone? I'll have to grab my blue one and break it. Literally just popped the end off it. Again. I'm good at this, aren't I? Okay, so the camera ran out of battery and it's run out of battery. Just to show you what these are, it's 4... Oh, come on, before the battery dies. That's why they won't come out. Again, quickly trying before the battery dies. 4 vinyl record sleeves that I've got a bit of damage there. Yeah, anywho, I'm going to have to go charge this battery now. So, yeah, it's probably going to die. The mini disc cost me about a fiver.